haunting and me, and my journey through the haunting career, and my understanding and basic knowledge of what has gone down within the haunting community. I've got pros, I've got cons, and I've got a smile on my bloody face. Now, haunting, I've found over the last, I've done it for 8 years. I've done 5 years for Statesville Haunted Prison, I've done 2 years for Haunted JCs, and I've done 2 years for Disturbia in Downers Grove. My favorite was Haunted JCs. It was just so low budget and they were so creative with everything that it was just a smile to work for them. With my experience with Statesville. Ooh, there are a lot of drama queens within the haunt community that are like, oh no, and especially when you're working for a haunting place that has this thing where they're like, oh, we're the best and stuff. Yeah, they get this sort of drama queen sort of thing going on where they're just like, well, I'm a star. And it gets really old really fast. There's a lot of good people in there, a lot of good people. But the drama, horrible, horrible stuff. And the owner really didn't like me very much, as I may have overstepped my bounds in some way, shape, or form, or you might have thought that I was a little bit more insane than I actually am. But, you know, during my time there, I gave countless numbers of massages, tarot card readings, smiles, dances. I did encounter more than a few people looking for underage women, and it's not uncommon within the haunt community. Now, I've had to thwack one or two people, and they don't actually get rid of these people that are going after the underage women. No, they just sort of isolate them and put them to the side, don't warn anybody about them, and it gets a little concerning because, like, you know, people 14 and sometimes under can be working for these places, and it's disturbing. I never once, well, there was one relationship I got to, but she was way older than, I think she was like 24, 25. But, you know, I tried to stay away from relationships there because the quality of people were a little bit more negative than I care to admit. There were, like I said, a bunch of people that were just outstanding personalities of people, but, yeah, I guess, you know, when you're trying to scare the crap out of people, it goes through. Now, I started my Buddhist journey somewhere in between when I first started there, and it got me like really concerned and stuff because it was like scaring people is a negative thing, right? You know, so what I do, or what I tried to do, was make people laugh then, you know. So I started my journey of like Buddhism and like, you know, in this place of complete and utter terror. I tried to make people laugh. I'm like, ha 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 ha. I can laugh in thousands of bloody ways. And I actually encountered my favorite scare there, which was me looping around after a pop. And the guy sort of turned around as he was doing it because he's messing with his friends and stuff. And yeah, he's doing that for like 2 minutes. And I'm going in. Like when he turns back around, he doesn't turn right back around from the face that I am like this close away from him. No. He follows it the long way. So he goes around, you know, he sees my leg, he just keeps on following it up to my face and just down on the ground. But yeah, you know, the environment was just absolutely amazing. The props were top tier. I genuinely enjoyed my time working there, even though some of the people did bring it down for me. But you make the best of your situations there, right? Now, Haunted JCs, oh my gosh, I got to do so many fun things there. I was the Mad Hatter for a period of time. I'll just spew out these freaking lines of rhymes, and it was a beautiful thing. And they want me to throw dishes across the room into something, and I just didn't have it. One of the funny things that they had there was they had nights that you could touch people. Now, one of these nights, I was Michael Jackson, and this is the one and only time that I've done blackface. I had no idea they were doing it until somebody told me afterwards. And yeah, the makeup artist did. Great guy. But yeah, as Michael Jackson, and being able to touch people, I go behind me. or hee hee, or whatever Michael Jackson does because he's just funny like that. There was just sort of blase rooms, but they had like a theme every year, and one of them was like on movies and whatnot. Disturbia, I didn't like. I was going back and forth between my addiction and everything between that, and it was fun. It was absolutely great. I was a clown and a few other things, mostly just a clown. But it's just like the environment that I was put in, these cages, the strobes, and it was just really fun for my old wackly little doodle thing. Um, and the quality of people there were pretty decent. There was a little bit of like drama, but I've come to expect that from haunted houses because that's just how that works. Um, and I didn't have to thwack anybody for being all pedophilic and shit. So anyway, that is haunting, and it's a beautiful way to actually improve your improv ability. It's like when you have to deal with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of customers, you got to do something. And for the most part, I gave them a totally unique show every time that somebody came through because I just love testing my limits on that. And if you're into comedy or other types of acting, I would definitely consider just doing a haunted house thing because your improv ability, where you have to react on your feet all the bloody time, otherwise, you're not on character and they don't get the whole I'm in a haunted house sort of thing. But alas, I digress. So that's haunting and me and my experiences with it and the joys that came from it and my ability to move and use my environment in order to become fun. Anyway, take care, enjoy the day, blah 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 blah.